Hi everybody, this is Bob from Buckeye Sports Center. Today I'm excited to be at the Barletta factory to check out the 2023 models. Today we're going to do a walkthrough on the Corsa 23 UC. So this is, I believe it's the #1 selling boat in the Corsa series from Barletta, the UC model. It's got the Ultra Lounger set up in the back, but some really cool premium features. The Corsa series is going to be a sportier, kind of a little bit edgier series of boat compared to some of the others in the Barletta line. We're going to see cool kind of color setups. I mean, this one's kind of cool with this little white with the silver rails with the dark blue on there, which is really slick. So, let's take a look on the inside and see what all the features that we've got going on. Before we do that, I do want to mention that we do have the standard bimini top on this boat, but then we also have the optional front sunshade. So, without having to do a full-blown second bimini, we've actually got these two heavy-duty bars that remove in and out really quickly and easily to create a sunshade without having all the hardware and having an easy storable setup instead of having a second bimini top. So this is an optional feature on this boat, but something that you might consider whether you get a 23 or a 25. This one's available on the Corsas and I believe the Lusos as well. Okay, so we move inside the Corsa 23 UC. I mean, this boat feels a lot bigger than a 23-foot boat. I mean, the reality is it actually is bigger than a 23-foot boat because when you look at the transom area and the extra steps we've got on the transom, we actually are up closer to 25 feet. But really the name of the game here is going to be this transom area, how usable it is for kids to jump on and off, for people to access, the dock or anything on the water. The ski tow bar standard. I like the direct fill fuel tank that they have on all the Barlettas, where you can actually fill it from either side. You don't have to be, there's not a fuel tank and a running line on one side of the boat that you have to go on. These fender holders are pretty slick. Nice heavy-duty stainless steel boarding ladder. But kind of at the heart of the Barletta line, and particularly this boat, is going to be the UC, the Ultra Lounger configuration. So this is a pretty cool seat you can use in multiple different ways. We kind of have it set up right now, just kind of a simple face-forward seat. We can flip this seat like this and have a full little kind of backward-facing couch setup, which is really slick. We could make it into a full bed by pulling this down and moving it like this. But in addition to that, we also can move these 4 cushions on the inside any way we want them to. So we could have this seat facing forward and kind of have a forward-facing lounger. We could literally move this side facing backwards to have kind of just a mini seat here. So I don't even know how many combinations there are, but there's all kinds of combinations of, depending on how you want to use the boat. In a moment's notice, you can switch the way you're using it. To make it into a bed, you can make it into a seating area, you can make it into a lounging area. Whatever you need. There's cup holders everywhere. There's 6 cup holders on this back section. There's also a couple transom speakers, so you're not getting the standard 4 speakers in the boat. You get an extra 2 in the back here, so that's really slick. I forgot to mention, or I haven't mentioned it, but we've got a power bimini top. It's a standard feature on this boat, where you can lower it and raise it just with a push of a button, which is really slick. And then there's 2 different configurations. This one's going to be a UC model, so it's going to have 2 captain's chairs. There's also the U model, which is going to continue kind of a little bench up here a little bit, a little bit more forward bench that takes the place of this captain's chair. So there's 2 different configurations in this model, where you still get the Ultra Lounger in the back, and then the captain's chair or the other seat in the port side. Other things I want to mention as we get in this boat, just a kind of a cool color combo. We've got the dark blue, the new for 2023. You'll see the stitching on some of the upholstery is going to be, on that gray, is going to be a lot more defined. Makes it look a little richer, a little higher end. We also see, since this is a blue exterior boat, you're going to see a little bit of blue trim on the Barletta logo, on the piping of the interior, and a little bit of accent on the color of the seat. So a little bit more of a sporty look to it. We also see the blue kind of in this padding down around the console area where the driver's sitting. I always like to point out the console because it is one of the coolest parts about the Barletta boats. Really slick, really clean. We've got the SIMRAD unit, GPS unit off to the right, engine data, for some of the higher end engines is available as well, but really clean. I got plenty of leg room. easy shifting mechanism. You know, this particular boat's rated for up to 13 people, 350 horsepower. Realistically, to be honest, we're selling these mostly with 200 to 250 horsepower. I think the boat runs awesome, in particular with a 250, but even with the 200 it runs really, really well. You know, I'm not going to go through the whole standard feature list of Barletta and Corsa, but the standard feature list from Barletta in general is just crazy, crazy high. So when you're looking at this boat, you're like, oh, it's an X amount of price boat. It has things like the, you know, power bimini, which normally is a couple $1,000 option, is a standard feature, and there's all kinds of different things between stereo upgrades, between, you know, systems upgrades like the little GPS we have over here, toggle switches, docking lights, all those things. That a lot of things are optional on other models. Raised helm area is going to be standard on the Barletta Corsa. So definitely take a look at that when you're doing your comparisons. There's just all kinds of extra stuff. Barletta tries to keep it real simple, really, really simple set of standard features on the boat. So as we move around a little bit more, we've got the ski locker here in the center. You know, plenty big enough to do whatever you need to do from a water sports perspective. You know, big storage compartment down there. We do have a glove box lockable right here for the in the console. We also have a little doggy dish down here, which is kind of a cult favorite in the Barletta owners. A little doggy dish is built in as a standard feature, and then of course we've got the bow seating, which is real nice. I really like how they have the cutouts down here. We've got a little USB charger, we've got cup holders, we've got the speakers, a heavy-duty grab handle. We talked about the accents on the upholstery, and again, just a really comfortable upholstery. We've got flip-down armrests. It's kind of the Corsa is kind of a cool combination of being, you know, soft and comfortable, but not so soft that, you know, you feel like it's gonna, you know, it's definitely firm enough that you feel like it's gonna hold up real well in the long term. So, you know, overall, just an awesome boat in the Corsa 23 UC from Barletta. Again, check out other videos for the standard features and all that kind of stuff. The other thing I want to mention on this optional sunshade is the sunshade is designed just for when you're resting, so you don't want to run with this, you know, obviously at speed with the boat going. This is kind of just for a kind of at rest or chilling at the dock or at the marina or in the cove or whatever as extra shade, and you can pretty much put it up and down in about 2 minutes once you get going, so it's pretty slick. So again, thanks for checking out the Corsa 23 UC with us at Buckeye Sports Center. For more information about this boat and many others, we've got a YouTube page. Subscribe to that. We've got all kinds of videos from Barletta and many other brands of boats. Visit our website, buckeyesportscenter.com, for more inventory and for more information. Thanks again for watching.